Common sense used to be a bare minimum. Now it's considered a radical position. Like, we genuinely live in a world now where, like, you can say something that is very obvious. Matter of fact, something that even your grandparents would laugh about. And all of a sudden nowadays it's almost treated like a hate crime. Like, literally. We're talking about simple truths, right? Things that cannot be refuted. We're talking about, basic logic that, everybody should be able to understand. I mean, I'm talking about things that, a 10-year-old would be able to figure out, on a whim. All of these things now literally spark debates. They spark hit pieces, like pieces from, different companies trying to cancel people. They cause protests and they cause Twitter meltdowns, like, literally. And these are supposed to, like, these are literal, like, common sense logical ideas, like something that a 10-year-old, like I said, would understand. You could say something like, I don't know, like, kids need to be more disciplined nowadays. Like, kids need discipline. Like, you can't just have your kids doing whatever the hell they want. And they'll hit you with the, oh no, you're abusive. That's being abusive to your child. That's old fashioned. That's so problematic. The kid's gonna get traumatized from that. Or you may say something like, everybody, should be responsible for their decisions that they make, and they should be held accountable. Nah, bro, you're lacking empathy, right? You're privileged, right? You're insensitive. All these terms just thrown at you for saying something that, simple. People should be, taking accountability for their actions. Another one, right? You say biology is real, right? Two genders, man, woman, male, female, boy, girl. Nah, bro, now you're controversial. Now you're edgy. Now you're a bigot. Now you're a fascist. Now you're transphobic. Now you're homophobic. Now you're a Nazi. Like, truly, how did we get here? Like, when did the most basic common sense things, like, turn into radical ideas? It's almost like the culture said, like, let's just turn the obvious and make people who say the obvious and the truths, like, make them look delusional. Because people will genuinely look at you like you have three heads for saying all those things that I just said. And the funniest part of this, the people who think that they're being progressive, they aren't progressing anything. They're actually bringing us backwards. They're rejecting reality because reality has rules. And, when there's rules in place, that means you have accountability and also responsibility for your action. You can't just do anything that you want. And the answer to that question, right, it's just basically, common sense has become, it's kind of like an option nowadays. It didn't disappear, it's just become very inconvenient. Which is why all those things that I mentioned before, they're all considered nowadays as controversial. Not because it's false, but because it forces people to actually think about the way they have to think about the way the world is for what it actually is, not what they wish it to be or want it to be.